Nothing complements German food more than a nice cold glass of beer. We looked for the love of beer in Harndorf and stumbled across the special Grumpy's Brewhaus. A 15-minute trip from Adelaide and just outside of Harndorf, Grumpy's Brewhaus is a quaint restaurant with a superb menu and a warm, comfortable environment. But what makes it so special, you ask? Grumpy's Brewhaus has its own range of beer available off tap.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Andrew. And the best part is that it's brewed at Grumpy's by master brewer Andrew Schultz.
Thank you so much for meeting me here, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Can you tell me about some of the beers that you have available here?
Yeah, you won't find them anywhere else. All the beers here are produced by me, or by Grumpy's. They're all brewed on site. They're all made from recipes that I've come up with. And they're all individual, distinct, just a nice beer. The ones I've got on tap at the moment, we've got God, which is Grumpy's original draft. We've got Buzz Beer, which naturally has honey in it. We have Old Boy Bitter, brewed for one of my Pommy customers. Bandicoot Bitter, I won't go into that one. And we have Rogers IPA, and it's actually Rogers Reserve. Roger doesn't want anyone else drinking it except Roger, so that's another story.
And the first thing I noticed about this place when I walked in was how inviting it was.
It was intentional. We chose the colour scheme to make the place warm and almost English tavernish. And I do get a lot of Brits coming in here who come in and say, my God, this is just like being back home. And also the beers that I do produce for them. So they can come here and have a pint, a proper pint of an English style ale. So they can have an IPA. At the moment I've got an IPA, an English amber, and just a plain summer bitter.
Now, I've heard that your ciders here are to die for.
Ciders are magnificent. They're made by a friend of mine who owns Aussie Cider, Mel Scrivens, and his ciders are beautiful. They're made with South Australian apples, and even Adelaide Hills apples in particular. And do you want a sip?
Thanks, yeah, I'd love one.
Okay, this is
Thank you.
Mel's cider.
This is really good.
Oh yeah.
And so you brew the beers here yourself?
For all the beers here, we do 1,200 litre batches. So it's all handmade. There's no filtering, there's no preservatives. It's all natural ingredients.
So do you ever mix it up a bit? Do you add different ingredients to make a new flavour?
One of the beers in particular, Buzz Beer, I actually use 25 kilos of orange blossom honey in that beer, just to give it that honey nose and honey lift.
Before I leave, I must have another beer.
Which one would you like to try?
Oh, surprise me.
Okay. Let's go the God.
God.
That's Grumpy's original draft.
Wow. It's a good nose.
Yeah, so's the beer.
You never disappoint, Andrew.
Try not to.
And of course, how does one get back to the city without driving?
We have a bus stop right out the front. Bus stop number 50, so you can actually come up by bus, spend an afternoon, cross the road and get another bus straight back down to the city.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
Very welcome. Ta.
Well, I better head off, unfortunately, but if you'd like to give their wonderful range of beer a try, why don't you give them a visit here in Harndorf? Or you could call up and make a reservation.